True Geordie takes passive-aggressive swing at iNabber. Hi, I'm Tommy C. This is Shot from the Point News. Now, I would have reported this earlier, but it actually just came across my desk. I've been very sick lately, as you might know. I've canceled 2 podcasts, and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do one on Monday. But this video comes on February 17th, so I missed it. Went completely, didn't get picked up on the sonar, didn't get picked up on the radar. But I really want you to check this out. Boy, I also, you know, not that I thought the iNabber thing was kind of over, and I guess I'm drudging it up again. But I want you to notice like how dismissive these millionaires are. Like it's really unbelievable, and the fact that Alex, Will and E, all these guys have a connection to True Geordie. This was probably an attempted damage control. True Geordie is one of the hardest guys to criticize without getting backlash on the entire platform, especially in the United Kingdom. I've noticed it myself, and to kind of elbow True Geordie, hey, defend us E-boys, defend the E-boys. I think he might do it. All these guys are in business together, and they will protect each other and dismiss anyone I am Alex style if they cramp the UK style, so to speak. So I want you to watch this real close.
Because iNabber was apparently the one that thought of all this.
Is that actually true?
He's been tweeting about it for years, apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's see what the evidence is, because I don't actually know this.
All right, so these are some tweets that iNabber had posted. Wanting to do more collabs with the boys lately, so look out for them. Me and Alex should be recording one on his channel tonight. This is how I trick everyone into making a group channel. It's happening, I promise. And it happened, Brian.
To be fair, he kept his promise. It's funny though.
The group channel will be made.
That was February.
That's quite close.
That was only 2 months ago. The group channel we were making never happened because we couldn't decide on a name.
To which Memulus replied, no, it's because all of us are useless.
Apparently people stopped being useless.
And then iNabber responded to that saying, actually not true. I wrote up an entire plan and called multiple meetings about it. It's because you guys are useless. That's the mistake that you've made. You've antagonized him there.
Maybe that's why they isolated him.
Yeah.
We'll show you.
We'll show you how
We'll show you who useless is, when we make a fucking group without you.
Isn't it amazing? Like we remember Kavos reported. Kavos reported he got dumped because he may have talked him. And these guys are kind of lecturing iNabber after talking him that hey, you maybe you shouldn't have spoke up to those bigger YouTubers. Use your head a little bit. They know people. They know people like True Geordie. And let's go back to the Kavos video. Remember this. This is unbelievable. And remember, James Marriott gave Kavos this information, so it's been verified.
Oh man, why? Well, lucky for you, iNabber. I actually talked to James Marriott in the DMs. He actually came to me. I didn't go to him. He told me that he didn't want me to show any of the screenshots with the specific information, so I'm going to honor that. But he said I'm allowed to talk about the context and what he has told me. Trust me, you know me. It's killing me to show actual proof. All I can show you is the fact that he came to me through this DM. That's it. He actually came to me, asked me if I had any questions.
And I just want to point something out. A lot of people said that Kavos isn't telling the truth because he hasn't dropped the DMs. James Marriott has never said, not once, that Kavos gave any kind of misinformation, not for a second. So we can only assume that it's real because Marriott has not corrected Kavos, not once.
So I asked him them. He told me the reason why iNabber was cut from the group. And in his words, the crux of the issue with iNabber was jokes you were making on Twitter, but as a group, they didn't like. To sum it up, very
okay, there you go. And then you have True Geordie, probably a guy that's a little more powerful than them even, who's connected to them. Alex has been on the show. He's connected with Will and E. Alex, all these guys, they're all connected. And all of a sudden, you know, old iNabber's gonna be told, hey, buddy, hey, you spoke up a little too loud. Jokes. You've been cracking jokes about him all the time. You guys tell jokes for a living. You make fun of other people for a living. So you can't talk up. You can't take the big mighty UK YouTubers can't take a slight.
Now, I'm not trying to stir things.
You'd never do a thing like that, would you, Brian?
Never. But you might want to go back over the last 2 months, Fraser. Just sit and think, have I said anything that would really irritate these lads?
Yeah.
That would make me strongly be disliked and not want to be moved into the group.
By calling them useless.
That's a start.
He may have crossed the line.
And
there.
I know Will, easily irritated.
Yeah.
What are we through being passive-aggressive? That sounds like a direct message to me. You've been making cracks about this guy since this video started, and now you're like, listen, you might have crossed the line there, buddy. It's unbelievable. What a hypocrite. So the Cavos video comes out on the 14th. True Geordie makes the reply, probably in the name of the E-Boys, on the 17th. These are power games, in my opinion. No, I can't prove this. I can't prove this all, but this is very, very typical for I'm Alex. And it's funny, you know, he essentially just said to him, you might want to go back and check what you said. Because maybe this group that you started, it was your idea and what you pushed for, you might have been in it if you didn't talk down to the guys that are above you. That's a message to me. That's a message to me. And how much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? There's a lot of DMs going in that direction. What do you reckon of the new logo?
I actually really like the new logo. Yeah, it's cool. Because a lot of people have the standard sort of like static 2D logos. I like the 3D element of it. It's quite glossy.
It's nice commercial. Wow. I'd love to get a True Geordie shout out. Wonder how you get one of those.
If it wasn't for iNabber, Willeney, Memeless, James Marriott, I'm not sure if I'd be tweeting about celebrating Christmas this year. You guys kept me going this year, and I owe you everything from here on out. Thanks for looking out for me in 2019. Looking forward to next year, bro. Onwards and upwards. Only if you're with me. Said it's a group channel, though. Then you're out of here, buddy. See you later, you mouth.
They're still his friend, though. They can still be his friend and not be in the group with him.
Hey, you still can be friends with these big YouTubers. You just can't be in the group that you created. Because you made a crack that we didn't like, a slight that we... Doesn't this just say everything about UK YouTubers? Doesn't this say like absolutely everything that Nick and me and Cavos have been saying? What a bunch of little clicky backstabbing
XO, I didn't go to Jack Mate and Cal Frazee. Sorry lads, can't talk to you anymore.
Yeah.
To be fair, I didn't have to. They got the idea. If you're not in XO,
people are taking this way too far.
Yeah.
It's a YouTube group channel. It's almost as if they've exiled him from the country.
Who is he talking about making too big a deal of this? He's talking about Cavos, me, anybody else that's reported this? Keemstar? You're making too big a deal of this. Stop cutting into our bottom line. We have to work with the guy. Just everybody chill.
I've probably missed something out, but I'm still sad that I'm not involved. You've created a group channel without the 5th member.
Oh, I feel bad now.
You know why I feel bad? I mean, if it was you, people wouldn't feel as bad because, you know, you look like you could take it. iNabber has a face, and this is no disrespect. He's got quite a baby face, so I feel people might feel more sorry for him because he looks a bit like the kid from Stuart Little. You know, Joe.
I'm going to translate that for you. iNabber's a big baby that can't take it. Look, the reason nobody would care if True Geordie didn't get left out because he's got millions of dollars and the other guy's up and coming. That's the real reason. It has nothing to do with his face. People care about this because he got screwed by rotten friends. And here's another thing. This is just a group channel. Or a group chat. No, the idea was to make content and make money. They're leaving that part out, and almost deliberately and maliciously, in my opinion. This idea was to create the group chat to make the channel, to make the content, to make money. It would be like a super group for UK YouTubers. And look, iNabber being the smallest one on the totem pole had the most to gain. Well, he said something really mean to the million sub YouTubers. And by the way, James Marriott exposed this all, and you're leaving that part out there, True Geordie.
But I remember when I first seen iNabber's videos, with all due respect, we're YouTubers, we're all kind of outsiders, but he was a little bit of an outsider.
Yeah.
And maybe this was his shot at being in the group, inside.
Yeah.
You know?
You think? Dude, he lived with those guys. He lived with Marriott and Alex as of last summer. Maybe the UK YouTubers as a whole, True Geordie, I'm Alex. Well, you really want to think about hanging around these guys. Now, I met Memeless. I don't really have a bad thing to say about him. But that circle, who's the other guy that Alex used to be in one of his 10 million podcasts in? Jack something? I forget his name. You know, the guy that, you know, went out of his way to defend him when Alex was accusing his buddies of assault when it clearly wasn't true. He doubled down on it. These guys are something else.
Going to be a part of the cool gang. If you thought you were tight with these guys, but then you had no idea what they were doing, how tight were you? Have you misread that as a friend?
He lived with them! Not only that, True Geordie played Cavos' video, and he played the part where I Am Alex says, I couldn't have made it without you guys. Thank you so much. Boy, if somebody said that to me, I would think they were close friends. You played that part. And notice how he's omitting the Marriott stuff, the crux of Cavos' video, yet he used Cavos' video. Who's this guy, Blair White?
You guys kept me going this year, and I owe you everything from here on out. Thanks for looking out for me in 2019. Looking forward to next year, bro. Onwards and upwards.
Have you thought you were closer because you tweeted each other a bit and we're in a couple of videos and maybe it wasn't like how he thought it was and maybe...
Does this qualify as victim blaming? I mean, really?
You guys kept me going this year and I owe you everything.
Just the other side, the enemies of Alex and some of the other lads in the group are trying to use it to make them look bad when maybe they shouldn't.
Maybe we should, and maybe we should look into how many people you backstab to get on top. Maybe this isn't genuine on your part. Maybe your commentary is compromised because you have business relationships with all these guys. You make money with all these guys. So if one of them goes down, that costs you money in the end. That's exactly the mistake and the biggest criticism I have for iNabber. He knew what kind of people they were and he stuck by them and he got what he deserved. You know what? I hope you get what you deserve.
Yeah. So this is the second time, so I think this is another reason why it hurts. I probably shouldn't have said that.
If they are your close friends, why would you go on Twitch and sort of out them to everybody like that? There's other ways of doing it. Could you not go and reach out and speak?
Was he on Twitch when he found out?
He knows what he's doing. Like, iNabber's not a dumb person. He's putting...
So I never get screwed and he's the backstabber. Fraser, I was a better friend than you. I barely know you.
All this into the public.
Maybe though.
This is a commentary video. This is a revenge move. This is a revenge move. Marriott, you should come forward if you know anything about this. You really should.
The idea that they made a group channel and then he comes to them and goes, why was I invited? They go, we sent you a message. Did you not get the message? I'll tell you what, couldn't be in.
You're like, oh no, we sent it. Oh no, we sent it to the wrong account.
No, we've got your old phone number. Oh, can I be in now? I'm ready. I want to be in.
Nah,
Will's
sorry,
like, sorry mate, cut off point.
Yeah,
cut
too
off
late.
point. I'm sorry. The deadline was last week.
So let me break this video down. I'll use an English phrase. They slag him off. Yeah, they slag iNabber off the whole time, which I don't have a problem with. And at the same time, they tell him, hey, you shouldn't slag off your YouTube buddies, especially if they have more subs. They tell him, well, iNabber, maybe they weren't as good as friends as you thought. Maybe you thought you were in when you were not. And then play a part of Cavos' video where he reads an Alex tweet where he said, I couldn't have got through the summer without you guys. I would be celebrating Christmas. Again, they play Cavos' video and completely omit the part where James Marriott, a member of the E-Boys, says that this is garbage. What they're doing to iNabber is just trash. They insinuate that he was disloyal and somehow deserved it because he went on Twitch and just complained about it. He really went on Twitch and said, what did I do wrong? Which he shouldn't have done. He should have fired bullets at him and dropped their goddamn DMs. And probably the most telling part and really the most interesting part of this video is when True Geordie has the balls to tell Fraser that he should have been more conscious about I Am Alex's enemies. And he made those enemies for what he did. And, you know, you English YouTubers are starting to show a pattern. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter who you ruin. You will all wrap your arms around each other if you think you can make money with the other person. I never made that mistake. And, you know, a couple other guys did too. Fraser, Willamine, Mimulus, and True Geordie. They will wrap their arms right around you and look for excuses any way they can do it if they think they can make money with you. And that's why you really got to note, iNabber, you got to look at this video really, really close. Is this just the bands? Is this just, you know, True Geordie giving you some good heartfelt advice and go get them, kid? No, this is your pink slip. You're out. You're done. You're finished. They threw you out. And you spoke up, and Marriott, you're probably next because you leaked to Cavos. You ought to think about that. And here's something else I know. Your house, when you all live together, you leak like a sieve. Everything that's said in this house goes right, filters right into the news channels. You guys hate each other. Hate each other. So you maybe you want to think about making alliances like this because it's all about money and you really have no friends.